You're now listening to the Z-Listers podcast with Brady, Neil, and AJP.
R.I.P. Rest in peace to a real one. I don't know shit about him. I just saw the memes a month ago where he looked like a rotten corpse, and now he is one.
Oh my god!
We can't say that,
dude.
You gotta edit that out.
Did you see the?
I'm gonna be sniped.
Did you see? No, they're far away. They only got knives over there. You're fine.
Oh my god!
Did you see the meme or the picture of him where he's like in the car and he's like? And he's looking at the window?
That's what I'm referring to. Also, dude, that face you made will be lovely for the people listeing to the podcast.
You gotta go watch
cannot see it.
You gotta go watch it. There's a meme and it said, "My indoor plants watching it rain outside," and I've thought about that every day since I've seen it. It's so funny. But
I feel so bad that I just.
You know what?
I feel
scratch
Please
all
don't.
the stuff we said before that. That's how this episode's starting. With
what
you just said about.
I feel so bad?
No.
Oh.
That's where it started. Welcome to the Z-Listers podcast. My name is AJP. Next to me is my beautiful co-host with a haircut that I didn't do, so I'm a little bit upset about that.
Wait, are you being serious?
Yeah.
Because you made a comment earlier.
I said, who cut your hair? Because it wasn't me.
This was you.
No. I
haven't gotten my hair cut since you cut my hair like fucking a month and a half ago. Whenever
no
that
way.
was.
I cut it that length. I didn't cut it shorter than that.
I can't. You're pointing at my own head, which I cannot see because my eyeballs are in the middle of it.
You
if
don't
I
know
could
what your
detach
own hair
them,
looks like.
I
is
got
wrong with you?
a general idea. I just burped like on camera, and just everybody watching that is gonna see me just be disgusting filth. Yeah, no, I haven't gotten it cut.
It looks good.
I'll be honest. Thank you.
Dude, you get your when I cut your hair, you get your fucking money's worth.
I do.
And you don't pay.
Exactly, which is why it looks so bad.
It doesn't look so bad, bro. I'm fucking nice with it.
I'm just teasing you. I'm sorry.
6 feet, bro.
I'm just teasing you.
Well, it looks good.
No, well, thank you. I'm glad you said that because
would you rather have the head of hair you have and not be able to grow a beard, or have a beard and have hair like me?
The first one for sure. No offense.
It's okay.
No, I don't mind. I feel like I have maybe like a little bit of a baby face. No. Wow, so just fuck that.
That's a shitty looking baby.
You know what the fuck I mean. I'm not saying I look like an actual baby.
No, but
dickhead.
I mean when people say you have a baby face, they don't mean you look like a baby. They mean you have a young-looking face.
Yeah, which I feel like I do. Do I not? Okay, it's
you
a little.
Like you
think it's a little weathered. Okay, cool, awesome. So you just said something nice about me, and now you're being a shit heel. Okay. No, I'm glad.
We both can't be doing this. So I'll go down here.
Okay.
We're getting used to it. Now, you're probably watching this and you're like, oh, didn't you say last time it's the first video episode? You even played a video? What happened? Well, I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know how to use the camera. But I learned. So here we go. I didn't have a fast enough SD card. So I'm not even going to bore you. It doesn't matter. But this is the fucking first video podcast. And it's not going to matter when we're making fucking billions and we're doing this on a boat. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
You said we had to figure out what to do with our hands.
Yeah, but don't do that.
Okay.
Can you do that character you were doing before? Or is that something you just have to do naturally? I told Brady he had this jacket on that he's like obsessed with, and it's a nice jacket. It's a nice looking jacket.
London Fog, $30 from Burlington Coat Factory.
You know something? The brands at like Marshalls and Burlington and TJ Maxx, they only exist at those places. If you try to Google those brands, they don't exist. They just don't. About that, well, actually, that's not true because they do have some name brands.
I've heard,
but like London Fog. You're the only person in the world with a London Fog jacket.
I've heard before that actually those sorts of stores the manufacturers will make shittier, cheaper quality versions for those stores.
I believe it.
So if you buy like, let's say a pair of Nike shoes or something, they might not be as good as if you bought them from the Nike outlet or whatever. But going back, I am thankful that you said the nice thing about my hair.
Oh, you look good.
Because
you don't look like a baby, but you look good.
Okay, I look like a weathered baby that had a lot of acne.
Brady the weathered baby Neil.
And somebody tried to clean the acne
Dude,
up with the cheese grater.
I got the same thing, but
yeah.
Now you look good.
Thank you. I've been dealing with some insecurity for like a couple months where I feel like my hair is starting to thin in the front. And people keep saying like, no, that's not. What are you talking about? And I'm like, no.
It's all I'm gonna look at now.
Yeah. Do you? Let's get your take. Do you think?
I mean, I could see your scalp.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like you couldn't before. You know.
Yeah, I mean.
But I got a ways to go until I look like that. So.
That's not nice. That's why I'm wearing a hat.
Oh, you said I had shitty skin, so fuck you.
I said you don't look like a baby.
Okay, whatever.
I said you look like a shitty baby.
Yeah, exactly, which I don't know. Also, isn't that's all babies when they come out? Did you know that? Because a lot of them get covered in poop.
I didn't know that. But,
oh, you do?
Dude, I don't even want to tell you on the podcast what I learned the other day about giving birth.
Well, now you have to tell me.
No, I'll tell you off the air because I don't want to even think about it. But
why not?
Shout out to every woman that's ever had a baby.
You can't.
No. Just I'm not.
You can't just leave the viewers in suspense like that.
Google
say it
later.
Say
Stop
now.
Go home and Google a husband stitch. Okay?
Husband stitch.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I feel like I know what that is.
What do you think it is?
Husband stitch.
Well, I looked at pictures.
Oh, why would you do anything?
Just get a text definition.
Anything related to baby expulsion.
Dude, I remember being a kid and my grandma used to watch a lot of TLC.
Uh-huh.
And this is like when TLC was like not that fucking guy Ed with the fucking... It was when they had like...
I think we could get him on.
Dude, we could definitely get Ed on this podcast. Dude, Big Ed?
Yeah.
Dude, we can get Big Ed on
We
the
could
podcast.
definitely get him on. I mean, you just insulted the poor fella. That's not bad.
Dude, he knows what he looks like.
Yeah. Do you think he really does, though?
For sure.
You think so?
For sure. He drives a moped around.
Does he?
Yeah. I used to follow him on Instagram because he was entertaining. But then I just got sick of seeing his fucking...
I feel like he must be a character.
His fucking... shit.
Okay, so what were you saying? You were talking about your grandma watching...
oh, yeah, TLC.
Thick Large Cocks. Thick Large Cocks Network.
That's not what it stands for. But they would straight up show birth.
Ew. With like...
Yep. Uncensored birth.
Here's the thing. I just said ew, and I feel like a lot of...
No, I wanted that...
If
shout out to women, bro.
Yeah. If we were bigger...
If I was a woman and saw that, I'd sew it up. Never happening.
If we were bigger, if we had like millions of listeners, and I said ew, we would get a lot of comments, but because we don't have any listeners besides like one person, we're not going to get a lot of comments.
When you're auditioning or like being considered for SNL, that right there is what's going to get used against you.
Me saying ew about child.
Yeah.
Okay. But the thing is, I don't think it's... I mean, people say it's like immature. Oh, it's natural. It's like, yeah, like fucking... all birth is natural, but if I see a video on... If the YouTube algorithm shows me like a cow shitting out more cows... I'm going to click on the next video. I don't want to see it. So, like, don't tell me, oh, it's beautiful, it's natural. No, it's kind of icky, but it's a part of life.
Here's where you lost me, though, and you probably just lost a lot of people there because we were talking about humans.
Yeah.
And then you just started talking about women giving birth, and you started talking about cows shitting out other cows.
But humans, too. Like, I don't want to see it, you know?
You can't go back and forth between those two things like they're the same.
Why not?
I mean, yes,
it's all birth.
It's all birth.
We're mammals, just like cows are.
Sure.
Are we not?
Sure, but it sounds a lot like you're comparing...
I'm pretty sure we're all mammals.
Is this your defense for when you're canceled?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not all mammals now, apparently? Apparently we're fish? That's me in court. We're fish now?
I just picture you in cancel court.
That could be a fun show.
Bro.
Cancel court. Cancel court.
Who's the judge? It gotta be somebody that's like, oh, I remember it. I remember them. Could be any. Like
somebody who used to be real famous but isn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm not going to tell you who I was going to say, but just use your imagination.
Remember it.
Yeah, I won't forget it ever.
Okay.
But just somebody. Who do you think would be? Like Danny Bonaducci. He should be he should be the judge for cancel court. Coming to True TV.
Yeah, that's good. That's good enough for me. I don't have the mental energy to riff, so I'll just take your.
And then the jury is just a monitor of a Twitter feed, and they pan over because it's live. The show's live, so it pans over to Twitter, and then it just
And the bailiff's just lazily refreshing every once in a while.
Yeah.
No,
the stenographer's just doing screenshots. Dude, cancel court.
Cancel court.
Well, you're first up because.
For what? For saying ooh about.
No, not for saying ooh, because you're talking about women giving birth, and then you just start talking about cows.
No, but you're not seeing my point. The point is that
I get it. You don't want to see birth.
People try to act like you're immature.
Are you gonna watch it?
Yeah, if it's my own kid, okay, I'll look. But I don't need to flip on. If I flip on TLC,
sure,
which I wouldn't because I'm not 45 and I'm done with life.
But it's different now. I told you they have these. Dude, 90 Day Fiance is. There's a
and Big Ed fucks.
Big Ed fucks, dude. Big Ed fucks. There's a guy in there who told a woman he's from Africa, and he told a woman that he's like this. I forget. He says he's like the soldier boy of Africa, and then she went there, and his house wasn't up to her standards, and she was. And then they went to a market, and. There was a bunch of meat and shit out in the market and produce and stuff, and she walked past the table with goat heads on it, and it's it's a market, it's a meat market, and whatever. She started throwing up and running around, and dude, it was so funny.
Wait, she was from Africa? Or
no,
he was from.
She flew to Africa to meet him.
And where was she from?
Kansas, maybe. I don't know. She was from here.
Dude, imagine living in Kansas all your life and then moving to Africa for somebody you don't know.
You met him on the internet. Well, I told you my catfish story, right? It's very uneventful. I'm not gonna, But I think I told you.
Give us the Spark Notes version.
Basically, there was this girl that added me on Facebook, and she was my age. I was 14. She was 14, which she claimed to be. And then we were talking on the phone, and all of her pictures kind of looked like the same person. Did I tell you the story or no?
You told me. I think.
Okay. Anyway, all of her. It's not eventful. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
All of her pictures kind of looked the same. We talked for a long time. Then she said she was down the shore, and I went down the shore, and we were going to meet up. And when I got there, she never answered the phone, and then I went to the shore for nothing. So
damn.
Out of everything that could have happened to me, it was the most mild fucking.
Did you go play some carnival games?
No, I took the train back home.
Oh, that's really sad.
I wasted a whole day.
You should have made some lemonade out of those lemons.
What was I gonna do?
Play carnival games.
Actually, looking back, that was actually really, I could have been in danger.
Because it could have been an older man.
I could have got trafficked.
Trying to slice you up.
But it was a girl that...
Nobody would want to traffic you.
Bro, that's more insulting than me saying you look like a shitty baby. You don't think
fuck was going to traffic
You don't think at 14 I could have been trafficked? Are you kidding me?
I really want to pull up a picture of what you looked like as 14. You were not a fuckable 14-year-old.
That's been the Z-Listers podcast. Sayonara. We're done. We're done forever.
You have to for real cut that out.
Yeah, we're done forever. I'm keeping it in. We're done forever.
Promise me as my best friend and best man. I'll make you my best man if you edit that out.
Dude, I have a lot of leverage right now.
You don't, because I have so much against you.
No, well, yeah. Yeah, but it's not recorded.
I've got screenshots. I've got receipts.
Can you just rest the pinky on the table for now? Because I want to tell the people what you did to me today.
Okay, what did I do to you? But for real, cut that out.
Maybe.
I said, okay. Okay.
I don't think you've thought about this enough.
About what?
What I'm going to say.
Okay.
So maybe if it's live and recorded, you can process it and then understand just why I'm hurt.
I'll be able to defend myself. You said you weren't upset.
I'm upset.
So you lied.
I lied because I wanted to talk about it.
To confront me on the podcast.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it here.
Go.
So we had plans to do this for a while now.
That's not true at all.
No, this.
Oh, the podcast.
Yeah. And then you were like, "Hey, Sunday, do you want to go to Micro Center?"
Yeah.
And
yesterday, by the way. Today is Saturday.
Sure.
I asked you yesterday.
You asked me yesterday if you want to do
just
something
on a
else.
whim.
Sure. Now, the Micro Center is nowhere near where we live.
Yeah,
it's nowhere near an area that we just regularly frequent.
Yeah, it's a good hour 15 from our base of operation.
So I feel like you went out of your way to be in the area today without me.
That's not true.
I feel like it is.
Well, first of all, that's
cancel court.
categorically false. Second of all,
there's nothing around there that, unless there's an ice cream shop that I don't know about, there's nothing around this Micro Center for you to be in that area.
Man.
So you were with somebody else.
I'm patting the table
You were with
because I'm so
somebody
fucking
else.
angry and I got to do something with this
Don't
energy.
do that because this is fucking... It's probably getting on the mics. That's probably annoying as shit. You were in the area with somebody else.
Yep.
And you went to the Micro Center.
Yep.
And now my order that I was going to pick up with you tomorrow is not going to get to me.
So let me say a couple things. Let me address these attacks on my character. First and foremost, fuckface, you did not tell me that you had a reason to be at Micro Center. I thought you agreed to come just because you were like, oh, cool, I'll go on an adventure with Brady because he wants to go to Micro Center.
You know I'm into building computers.
Okay.
I shouldn't have to tell you I have an order I'm picking up.
You should.
We made the plans to go. I was ready to go.
We made very what's the word? Spontaneous plans.
It doesn't matter what type of plans they are.
Let me defend myself. I just randomly yesterday on Friday I was like, oh, do you want to go to Micro Center? I might have to pick up a fan or something.
Sure.
And you were just like, yeah, actually, whatever. I'm gonna be free.
Yeah.
To me, those seem like kind of flimsy plans. You know what I mean?
So now my word's not good enough.
No, it's not.
I say yes, and my word's not good enough.
It's not that your word's not good enough because I know how serious you take your word.
That's all I have.
But no, it's not like we plan this like days ahead, weeks ahead, months ahead. Like
it doesn't matter when we planned it.
Okay, but we're dwelling too long on what's not important.
If somebody dies, when's their wake? In a month from when they die? No, it's like 2 or 3 days later. Would you just not
necessarily?
Would you just
maybe
not show up? Oh man,
depends
he died.
on how much I like them. No, you said before that I went out of my way to be in the area of Micro Center.
That's what in my heart of hearts, that's what I believe.
Which is bullshit because...
What's even up there that you would be?
Because, I'm gonna fucking tell you if you stop interrupting me.
Just hit my nose on the microphone.
Okay, good. My buddy that I went with, who's also my roommate, who you know.
Jack.
Yeah, Jack. Jack and Jill. Jill is me in our stories. We went to fetch a pail of Japanese groceries. There's this store in Edgewater, New Jersey, which is right by the city, right by New York. Mm-hmm. There's this store called Mitsu.
Very large Asian community in Edgewater.
Yeah.
And Fort Lee.
Yeah. What did you say? Fort Lee?
Fort Lee.
Oh, Fort Lee.
Yeah,
gotcha.
2 words.
Mitsuwa or whatever, MITSUWA, something like that.
Doesn't matter.
I just want, maybe people hear me trying to pronounce it and they're like, what is he saying? But then I spell it and then it clicks into place. Anyway, for whatever reason, my friend really wanted to go there. He's big into like Japanese culture and he likes anime a lot. He like speaks Japanese to an extent. He's learning Japanese.
Okay.
So he was really eager to go to this store.
Sure.
And just randomly, he was like, oh, do you want to come with me? And I was like, sure. And then we ended up 20 minutes away from Micro Center. I mentioned that I was going with you today. And, and so he was like, you want to just go now? I was like, yeah.
I'm hurt.
So that's what happened. I'm genuinely, you're going to say, you're an asshole, you don't care. I genuinely am sorry that I hurt your feelings.
It's okay.
But I feel like you shouldn't be fucking hurt because I didn't. Because here's what I told you. Here's what I texted you. I said it makes more sense for me to go with him if we're in the area.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Because either I drive us, you and I drive us and I spend money on gas, or you drive us and your piece of shit car breaks down on the side of the fucking road.
There's nothing wrong with my car.
Because it's like a 60-mile drive.
There's nothing wrong with my car.
Your car sounds like a dinosaur when you turn it on.
It doesn't sound like that anymore.
It goes,
I fixed it. It's fine.
Sorry to everybody listening. That was probably loud.
Did you feel genuinely bad for at least 2 minutes?
Let me think.
I mean, because if this was reversed, you would be, you say, oh, I wouldn't care, but.
But as I told you, I'd be a little bummed out, but I wouldn't be upset.
Okay.
Did I feel bad? Not really.
Okay.
Because again, like it wasn't.
okay.
It wasn't like it's not like it's fucking Six Flags.
Sure.
Like imagine if it's not Micro Center. Imagine if I'm like, hey, tomorrow you want to go grocery shopping with me, and then I'm like, oh, I was actually in the area of the Wegmans, so
that would put me in a very bad spot, because what if I was counting on getting my groceries with you? Now I got to go alone. I plan.
Oh, so it's such a burden to
just
go.
Before we even go on, I got to tell you something.
We're lingering so long on this.
I didn't have an order.
You're such.
I don't even care that you went.
You're such a C word.
I just wanted to make you feel bad.
I don't feel bad. I never felt bad.
You felt a little bad.
I didn't really feel that bad. I felt like I should say I felt bad.
Now you don't feel that bad.
Because you seem like you felt bad. So I don't care.
I just wanted you to feel like I was upset.
Fucking
there was nothing there. I had it yet.
Okay, fuck you. So anyway.
Before we started this, I said...
Jesus Christ, that was a 10-minute
It doesn't matter.
digression.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Before we started this, I said, you ready to start this shithole of a podcast? And you said, oh, save that shithole. I have a story. Let's hear it.
So today when I wasn't spending time with you...
To be fair, I was working, so it's not like I was home and you just left without me.
Yeah. Well, the plan was for tomorrow, so
sure, either way. I mean,
anyway, so I told my buddy / roommate Jack that
it's very strange that you keep adding roommate in there.
Why?
It's just unnecessary.
I don't know. He just recently moved in.
It kind of sounds like you want to say partner.
My boyfriend Jack. I'm just kidding. You're the one for me. All right, you're not holding my hand.
Not happening.
So I told him a couple days ago that I really wanted to go to the Amish farmers market.
Sure.
In I don't know if I should say where it is.
Doesn't matter. Okay. No one listens.
I said I wanted to go to this Amish farmers market that's supposed to have all these great donuts and pastries and fucking whatever, knickknacks and paddywhacks.
Fireplaces and
sure.
sheds and coffee tables.
Yeah, and horse-drawn carriages. And
did they have furniture there? Or is it just
they
food?
did have some furniture. It did. Oh, I don't want to get a hex put on me, but it didn't look like real quality.
It looked like, unless they're on what's that shit that's called when they leave?
Rumspringa?
Yeah. Unless they're on that, no Amish people are listening. Sorry. Just not happening.
No, I don't know
Dude,
why.
Imagine if our biggest demo was the Amish.
They're bumping the Z-listers hard in fucking
There's an
Dutch
Amish
County.
guy on TikTok.
Is it Dutch County?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's a
No,
an
Lancaster
Amish.
County.
Well, Dutch County too, right?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Mennonites.
Just a little pause. You just go Mennonites, apropos of nothing.
Doesn't matter.
So
you went to the market.
Yeah, my coworkers.
Did you wee all the way home? You fucking piggy.
I am a fucking piggy. After I went to this place, no. So
Are all those donuts gone?
No, you're jumping ahead.
I just want to know.
So this place is supposed to be really good. I've heard about it for years, and then recently my coworkers were talking about it earlier this week.
Really?
Yeah.
They go there?
Yeah.
My former coworkers?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot you used to work with me. Yeah. Liz and Patricia both.
Okay. I feel like I know who that is.
So I had to wake up early today, early-ish. I mean, I wake up at 5 every day for work, but I woke up at 7:30 on a fucking Saturday. Fuck off.
You
man.
wake up at 5:38. Don't show me when your alarms are. Snooze is a button.
I only have one active alarm. What does it say on there?
Yeah, it says 4:50,
4:50.
but you can hit snooze.
Okay, I'll hit snooze until 4:55, maybe 5 sometimes. Anyway,
Remember that time you were late for work because there was a bee?
there were. I'm gonna. I'm
Actually hurt.
I'm slapping you because you fucking deserve it. There were not. First of all, it was not a bee singular. It was multiple. Second of all, it wasn't bees. They were fucking yellow jackets, which are much more aggressive, often bigger.
You were 95 minutes late to work. I was worried. I thought my brain went so dark so quick. I thought you got in a car wreck and died. And honestly, that would have been a better story than you showing up 95 minutes late saying there were bees.
Imagine how upset our coworkers were. Like, they probably thought the same thing. They were like, "Uh-oh, Brady's a goner."
I mean,
and then I come in sweaty.
Maybe.
I come in sweaty, and I'm like, fucking yellow jackets, man. No, there were 3 yellow jackets in my room one day, and I'm fucking scared of them, so it took a while to dispatch them.
What did you think they were going to do in your room while you were at work?
Here's why I was worried. First of all, to my recollection, there was only one to begin with, and then they just fucking kept coming in. So I'm like, I have to figure out how they're getting in, or else I'm going to come home to a room full of yellow jackets. And stop fucking calling them bees. They're yellow jackets, which is a type of wasp, not a bee. Second of all,
did you learn this when you were doing all the research
on how to combat them? No.
If you look up a yellow jacket's natural predators at your picture.
Second of all, you know how, like, if you see a spider in your room and you try to kill it and then it, like, escapes somewhere, you're like, oh, I can't fucking sleep in here now. I got to move out because I don't know where this spider is lurking.
I get it every time, so I don't ever have to worry about it.
Oh, you're such a fucking man. You know what I do? I trap them in a cup and I take them outside because spiders are good. Anyway,
I would deport them.
What?
You deport them.
I do deport them, and it's nothing personal, but I don't even want to riff on this. Okay, let's not make jokes about deportation. Jesus Christ,
I'm just saying.
You really are trying to make this into an alt-right podcast, man.
I'm just saying, bro. You're the one talking. I'm just fucking going with it, buddy.
The second reason that I didn't want to just leave for work is that I didn't want these yellow jackets just like hiding in my room, and then I come home and I'm like fucking
surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly, and they sting the shit out of me. Okay, so that's very valid.
Okay,
that's very valid.
Sure.
Anyway, so you derailed me.
Sure, you went to the Amish market.
Yeah, and I got a dozen donuts, and by fucking golly, they were delicious. These Amish really know what they're doing. That is flashing. Should that be flashing?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
We're okay.
Not only did I get 12 dozen donuts, which were fucking delicious. I can't stress that enough. What?
You got you fucking idiot. You got 12 dozen donuts. I
got 144 donuts. It cost me $213. No, I got 1 dozen donuts, aka 12 donuts. Very good donuts, but I also...
Dude, I keep hitting my fucking headphones on this, so if that shows up on there, I'm really sorry. But
jeez, whoever edits this podcast is going to have a real chore for
I've done it 150 times now. I've done it 12 dozen times. Where would you rank them with Duck Donuts? You been there yet?
I've been to Duck Donuts. No free pub, though. Don't say their name.
They're worth it.
They are very good donuts. I would put them on the same level, honestly. Either Duck Donuts or the Amish Market donuts are...
Were they hot?
Some of the best. No, they weren't hot. Even though they were like they were very fresh. Very, very fresh. No, they're just different types of donuts.
Dude, we start talking about other shit, and you're like, no, you're like way back here. The second we start talking about food, you're fucking, dude, you're on the fucking.
Not just food. You start talking about sweets and pastries, dude. I will deep throat this mic right now.
The way you said that made it sound like sweets and pastries aren't food.
I said not just, I meant like sweets and pastries specifically. Oh, you know what I fucking meant? Then why are you making the sound, you fucking asshole? You're the prick in this situation.
I always am.
So stop fucking interrupting me because I'm trying to finish this pointless fucking
better
story.
at telling stories.
Oh, but it's not my fault.
Be better at telling stories, Brady.
You're the one that's interrupting me. So how's that my
because
fault?
I'm bored.
How's that my fault?
I'm fucking bored.
That's so fucking unfair because this story would have been done in 60 seconds, like Nick Cage, but you had to extend it. You had to make it the fucking Hobbit trilogy extended edition.
Brady, this wouldn't have been 60 seconds. You would have been like, well, the market had, well, they had food, but they also, they sold other they sold other wares too. And I mean, it's an Amish market, and it wouldn't have been 60 seconds. But go on, tell me more about the 12 dozen donuts you bought.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. In addition to the donuts, and this is maybe the 6th time I've said the word donuts, they also have some delectable Hash-Fret pretzels. in a bevy of flavors.
What's a hot fresh donut?
Hot fresh pretzels, which is what I said.
No, it's not.
Hot fresh pretzels.
I don't know why that fucking sent me.
They have some sexy little pretzels.
What kind are they? Are the Annie Ann?
They have the crisscross ones and like the ones that are kind of, well, I think they're all just the crisscross ones. Anyway, so many different flavors. Cinnamon sugar, obviously they have like glazed fucking raisin, whatever.
How many of them did you get?
A lot. Well, I kind of split it with Jack, and I also split it with our new roommate. So, like 6.
Your new roommate went with you too?
No, but
you brought it back.
I think she was sleeping, but we texted her and we were like, "We'll get you something if you whatever." The cinnamon sugar, we sat down to eat it before we we bought the cinnamon sugar first before the donuts. We sat down to eat it and then got up to get more food. How sad is that? But this shit just melts in your mouth. It's basted in butter. I feel like, fuck, we're gonna get canceled for being unfunny and unoriginal, and also because I'm just channeling Mike.
Oh, don't say that guy's name.
Can you bleep it out?
Yeah.
We here's the thing, and you and I have talked about this personally before. We'll listen to like a certain comic a lot, and we'll just talk like them.
Sure. I mean,
and for me, one of the people I ape the most. Do you know who it is?
I think I know.
It's you.
No.
I talk like you a lot. Like I've picked up a lot of your mannerisms. But also you and I used to listen to the
guy.
This comedian a lot. Or well, you listen to him more than me.
Sure.
I never even heard of him. But
don't put me in that bowl, bro. I don't fucking know.
You were his biggest fan.
I don't fucking know the guy.
But now,
if anything, you are because of the type of face you think you have. But
what type of fate? That's a perfect time to go to commercial break. This episode is brought to you by.
Don't do it.
I just like coming up with fake sponsors. No, but I gotta work on not doing. I gotta make my own mannerisms. I gotta talk how I normally talk. I gotta be.
Oh,
my own
you do
person.
that. That's why I'm bored.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so that Amish.
I don't think you talk like me, or do things I do.
One thing that you, one thing that you do a lot is when you're angry. Specifically, when you notice something that somebody says that is inconsistent with logic or whatever, or contradicts themselves or whatever, you know what you do?
What do I do?
You go, oh! So like, say you and I are talking, and I'm like, I'm trying to think of an example. You'll be like, oh, are you free later? And I'll be like, well, I don't have anything going on. Well, I was going to do this one thing, but now I don't have to do it. And I'll just go on a really long tangent, and then you'll just go, Oh, so you are free. So you are free? Okay, just say that then. Oh, okay, you're free then? Okay.
People are going to think that I, like, cloned me and it's just two me's on the screen. Is that really what I do?
You do that a lot.
Yeah.
But I love it. I think you're I think you're genuinely maybe the funniest person I know.
Stop it.
And to be honest, I'm only saying maybe because I don't want to offend some other but there's other people in the running. You're top 3.
Okay, you're top 2. But so I think we cannot say what I'm about to talk about.
Okay.
So when it clicks,
yeah,
don't even try to say it.
Okay.
But I think what I text you the other day about ice cream.
What you text me the other day about ice cream.
You said something about ice cream, and then I didn't really respond, and then I said something about ice cream. Okay? I think that puts me like miles ahead of whoever's in second for funniest people that you know. I think that right there, I think if I didn't talk for a year and a half, no one would even come close to me in funniest people you know.
Oh, God.
Is that accurate to say?
Yeah, I suppose so. We're looking at a recording software that shows our voices in waveform, and you can see where I figure out what he said. It's such a big spike. It's like louder than anything else this episode. Oh.
No, it got pretty loud when you were talking about the donuts. But
yeah, I got excited. No, Jesus Christ. Yeah,
just
here's the thing. No, I won't say what you said because
you better not.
We'd both go to prison. Me for just knowing you, but you for saying the thing. No, I feel like there are different types of humor, and you and I have. This sounds so fucking stupid to say because we're not comedians, but we like to think we are, and we'll riff in like the same kind of way that comedians work. Other people can be funny, but it's not the same type of humor. It's not.
Sure.
And again, I want to be clear. I'm a stand-up comic in my dreams.
This guy sold out Madison Square Garden 5 times in his head.
In my head, yes, definitely. But I know I'm not one in real life. I want to be clear on that.
When we worked together, you would be on a separate line, like far away from me.
Yeah.
And then we would
converge lines.
No, not even that. Like we would, we'd be apart for hours, and then lunch would come, and we would go both. And you would tell me the interviews you had in your head, and not only just like tell me about a daydream. Are we good there? No, we're fine. Not only just like tell me about like a little daydream, because that's fine. You tell me how the whole thing went. You've had hours and hours
I
of
have so much
conversations
material in my head.
Yeah, well.
To the point where if we ever actually do get somebody famous on this podcast,
take it out and bring it here.
If we ever do get somebody big on this podcast, which will never happen because we're not funny, there will be no point. I might as well just do their part.
Just not let them talk?
No. I mean, like, we might as well save, like, the trouble of booking people, and I'll just pretend to be them. Like, I know what they would say anyway.
Okay. That's fair.
Like, we'll have an empty chair, and I'll get up and pretend to be the person.
Who's the most favorite person you've interviewed in your head? What's your best in your noggin
first of all,
interview?
I hate to be a cunt, but most favorite, that doesn't check out grammatically. So you mean favorite, because favorite is already a superlative. You can't be the most favorite, because that implies that I guess there's a least favorite.
Why this is why you're single.
No,
Welcome back to Why Doesn't Brady Have a
reasons
Girlfriend? Rewind 30 seconds. Watch it over.
Man, this is gonna be our hit podcast. This is what's gonna get me laid, ladies. Isn't it so funny to act like I'm gonna get laid because of a podcast? You threw this logo together on fucking.
Be nice.
Oh no, I wasn't dissing the logo, but I'm just saying like what are we? You know, like
we're still trying to figure
we're
that
not
out.
professionals here. What were we talking about?
I think
I
we
wasn't
are.
dissing the logo. I think the logo looks
Do you
nice.
know how like girls that have OnlyFans, they'll like because there's so many people on OnlyFans that like if you're making I don't know what the number is, but if you're making like any decent amount a month, you're in the top like 1% of creators on OnlyFans,
Right.
Because so many people don't make even like $1.
Yeah.
Right. I would say just because of this setup, and now that I know how to use the camera, and we got this shit, and we got these microphones, and we have like a fucking studio, and we got this, that and we got fucking pieces. I think we're in the top 1% of podcasts.
You think so?
There's nothing to prove that, but in
Well,
my head, we're number one. We're in the top 1%. Not number one, but you know what I mean.
I like how all the time you like to say, "Oh, did you know podcasts only ever make it to episode 12?"
I only said that one time, and it was a stat that I heard like in passing.
And it's just like, and I never got it because it's like, oh, just make more episodes and then
Yeah, but
you'll be successful.
But you don't understand. This is a lot to set up. You didn't help today because you were late. But
Which wasn't my fault.
doesn't matter.
And stop
doesn't
doing
matter.
finger guns.
Doesn't matter. You were
It's-
late.
There's a lot of toxic masculinity going on. Stop pointing weapons at me.
Doesn't matter. You were late.
Holster them.
But dude, no one's gonna go through all this trouble to set all this shit up
Yeah.
for no one to watch.
I guess so, yeah.
And guess what? We're gonna keep doing it.
We're doing it
We're
right
gonna
now.
keep doing
Nobody's
it
watching.
until I get a boat.
Okay. I thought you were going to say we're going to keep doing it until I get a boner.
If that was the case, we would have stopped at episode 5 because I think that's called Boner for America.
And I think that's our most listened to on SoundCloud.
I think it is.
Which is weird because that one has like 1,500 listens or somewhere around there. And then all the other ones are like a third of that, a tenth of that. And it's like, what the fuck happened?
Sometimes shit hits.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's around the time we got a lot of.
We're going to try to hit on TikTok.
Dude,
we're gonna blow up.
We're gonna fucking. We're gonna fucking. Us and Dogecoin. Dude, I got crypto now.
Is
Dude,
that insider trading?
No,
I don't think
could
you
say.
can say
I
I just said insider trading.
Dude, things are gonna get different, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a portfolio.
No, you.
Yes, I
you
do.
don't have a portfolio.
Yes, I do.
You have a manila folder that you put pictures
no.
of stocks in.
I put a penny in it a day. That's my portfolio.
You
No,
have a
dude,
dream board.
Dude, I do have a dream board.
Do you really?
Yeah, dude. Dude, it's inspirational.
Okay. Okay. Go
It's
ahead.
actually
Go ahead.
my dream board is you're gonna fucking rocket through this ceiling.
Oh God.
My dream board isn't like a big house and a Lamborghini and a yacht. It's not like that. My dream board is just pictures of like music venues that I want to play.
Okay. Why would I rocket through the ceiling?
Oh, I don't know.
I
just
support
thought-
that. I want you to sell out Madison Square Garden with your music, just as
as
much as I want you to want me to sell out Madison Square Garden with my comedy.
Dude, I want you to be a stand-up comedian so bad.
I want
because
to too,
I'm
but
not
I'm
gonna
too
do
scared,
it.
so I never will be.
Please do it. Because I feel like if this is going to keep going, we each have to be something.
Yeah.
Like I'm already something.
Right.
Like a rapper.
Like-
not saying like I'm something. That was like
Yeah.
really like a pretentious thing to say like, "Oh, I'm something." But I mean like you're a civilian.
Right. Right. You don't think we can just be big from the podcast? Like we should.
I mean, I'm sure
strive
we
to do
can.
stuff.
But I think it's cooler if it's like
Yeah.
a rapper and a comedian.
I get what you mean,
know what I mean?
because otherwise we're just two chuckleheads with
Exactly.
some mics
that,
and stuff.
That would separate us from the bunch too.
Yeah.
Because really, if you boil this down, if you want to be a reductionist here, we're just two assholes that think we're funny.
Yeah.
Which is like every other podcast.
Yep.
Like we're not doing shit where it's like a true crime podcast, even though there's a million of those, like at least those are researched and they talk and shit. We're doing like the easiest route to podcasting.
We walk
ever.
in with our cocks out and just try to make each other giggle.
Yeah. And hopefully other people like it and think it's funny. But
Hopefully they do. What are we talking about though?
you being a comedian, when's it happening?
Oh, I feel like we were
Dude,
talking about something
people-
else, but that's
doesn't
never
matter.
gonna happen.
Don't go back. Oh, don't go back to the Amish market. Don't go back to what I said about ice cream. Let's keep it moving.
Okay. Yeah, we
Um,
don't have to. Wait, can I say one thing about the Amish market though?
Sure.
The Amish straight up don't believe in masks. I don't know if I told
That-
you this or not.
Tell me and then I'm going to say something.
Okay. I didn't notice this until we had already been there for like 5 or 10 minutes, but literally like every single one of the employees there, the who are pretty much exclusively Amish people.
I mean, it's their market.
Yeah. You got me there. The masks that they were wearing were like comical. Like imagine the sexiest, most like elegant sheer fabric for like lingerie. Like imagine a pair of panties that's just basically see-through. Like it's fabric, but it's see-through.
Okay.
Now imagine somebody clip that off and put it on their face. And it wasn't even secured. It was just hanging off their faces. That's what they look like.
But
like their masks weren't real.
To their credit,
It was air.
they might not know what's happening.
Here's the thing. Like people like to make jokes about like, oh, the Amish like don't know this and this. They know shit. Like they fucking took credit card. Like they know.
Dude, the Amish had a square machine.
Yeah. Well, they
But
didn't
they
have a
d-
square machine,
but
but
they-
they had like a little reader. Like they know
But they
what's
don't
going on
drive
in the world.
cars.
I can't imagine them pulling up to like a
Don't
somewhat.
you think the Skyman would understand?
What if they used phones every once in a while?
Every religion has like its sort of thing, and it's just like, hey, Christians, eat meat during Lent on Fridays.
Yeah, or
God's not mad.
yeah. Well, now
Also, isn't that the funniest thing ever? Like, being, God will get mad at me. Oh, nope, no pepperoni pizza. Dude, God invented that because God was Italian and wanted to sell more pizzas on Friday nights. That's what it was.
It is crazy. Like people.
I'm not saying like, just abandon your tradition, although I'm very against traditions for the sake of it being a tradition. If you want to, like for example, right? Like, my family wanted to see me on Easter, and I'm just like, don't wanna. I still went because I'm a bitch, but I can't stand up for what I believe in. But it's like, oh, you want to color eggs because a guy's body was robbed from a tomb? Rabbits shit eggs now?
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Am I all over the place?
I get what you mean. I want to say I know nothing about the Amish culture or religion, or is Amish like a religion? I don't even know. We sound so ignorant.
I would think it's a religion.
And I don't know a lot about Christianity.
Is Amish a religion? I'm Googling it.
Okay, I just want to say I'm not a.
It's a branch of Christianity.
Oh, wow. Anyway, I'm not a scholar of theology, but I think it's so strange that all these different religions, whether it be Christianity, Judaism, maybe not Judaism, because I don't think they have a hell. I don't think they believe in hell.
I don't think so.
Well, anyway, I think it's real strange, whatever religion you are, to live your life fearing punishment for certain stuff. And I'm not trying to shit on religious people, and I just hit the mic. I'm sorry. It's just weird. I think about stuff like, for instance, like gay marriage. Like, hardcore Christians will be like, oh, that's a sin. You're going to burn in hell. And it's like, if God is supposedly supposed to be this, like, and I feel like a broken record because I feel like maybe we've said this on the podcast.
Sure. I feel like you're tap dancing on a frozen lake, and it's about to be spring.
I'm on thin ice.
Yeah.
If God is supposed to be this ultimate figure of love and acceptance and blah, 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 why the fuck would he give a shit about gay people having sex? Like, find something else to care about. Why do you fucking care? Yeah. And it's also like, sometimes I think about, I don't really live my life in any sort of way where I'm thinking about like, oh, is God going to care about this? And what if I end up in hell? And I think about it and I'm like, I'm joining the army. Like, not in real life. I mean,
Dude,
I'm joining.
I fucking lost you. I gotta be honest. I was happy. Dude. Dude, I gotta be honest. I was half listening. Then you said you said you're going to hell. Then you're joining the army. I'm lost.
What I'm saying is, I'm gonna if I get sent to hell, I'm 100% joining Satan's army, and I'm fighting the big man upstairs, cause that's bullshit. Because
You just said you live your life not thinking about him. So if he gets mad at you and you have to go live with the devil and Lil Nas X,
but
you're gonna go.
but it hurts down there. It hurts in hell, and I don't want to be there. So I'm gonna be pissed. So I'm gonna fight God, and I know that's gonna upset a lot of people. Just realize that we're trying to be funny, okay? I don't mean all this literally, but if God sends me to hell because I didn't praise Him every day, like, I'm gonna be pissed, and I'm gonna want to have some words with Him. So of course I'm gonna link up with the devil. Anyway, like, please don't be mad at me. I'm just trying to be funny, but I think that's such bullshit.
Let me drive you to the fucking Stress Factory on their open mic because you have potential, kid.
Oh, thank you. You've said that to me before, and I really do appreciate that. It's nice, but I don't think I have the confidence. I feel like, in a way, with a lot of stuff, and this is gonna sound fucking stupid, but with a lot of stuff, I feel like kind of the key to making it is just like how much effort you put in.
Sure.
Not with everything, obviously. Like,
you have to be good, or you have to get better.
You have to be good, but like,
you don't have to be great when you start out, because I don't think anybody is.
Yeah.
But
I just feel like so many people, whether it's stand-up comedy or acting or music, and I know a lot of this shit is just dumb luck, but like, if you don't care enough to try, then yeah, of course you're never going to make it. Like, a lot of people maybe could have been great stand-ups or musicians, whatever, but they were just like, I could never do that, so they never did.
You already lived the life of a stand-up comic.
In what way?
Just your behavior, your attitude.
I do say some weird things sometimes.
It's not even that. It's just like,
I have quirks.
I mean, like,
I just said I have quirks.
Just don't hit the TV.
I'll try not to.
You hit the TV.
How much could it have cost?
See, just that type of shit. Just your lack of care for other people's property. For a while I was saying like, oh, this is all our stuff. This is all my stuff. I'm just letting you be here, dude.
He paid for everything in this room.
Fix your fucking coat. You look like a fucking...
I'm getting cold.
Yeah, no, that's
it's
fine,
a little
but
nippy
fix
in
it.
here.
Okay, this is the new rule. You're only getting 2 cutouts per episode.
What's a cutout?
Like, cut that out.
Oh, okay.
You're only getting 2 an episode.
Okay, that's fair. Like, can we make it 3 like baseball?
Nope. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll make it 3.
3 strikes and you're out. But with this, it's just 3 strikes and you gotta live with the consequences.
So, you're gonna have to pick. And I'm gonna send you options every time I edit.
Okay. But for this one, unlimited cutouts, because I didn't know about the rule. There's definitely some shit that needs to not be in this episode.
Well, you better hope
we're
there's
gonna
3
get
or
canceled
less.
Before we get put on the air.
But I want you to be a stand-up comic. I think you could do it.
But here's the thing. If you want me to be a stand-up comic, then you have to support my dream of moving to the city. I can't be a stand-up comic living an hour and a half away from the city. That's not going to happen.
Sure, go to the city. I mean, sure. But you have to come back here for the podcast, because I'm not going to move to the city.
Of course.
I'll bring the podcast to a town with a train station.
Okay.
So you just take the train in.
What if that was our gimmick for the podcast? Even though we already have a gimmick, which is that we're just some schmucks who nobody gives a shit about. Mm-hmm. That's not really a gimmick. That's just reality. We're
just living our truths.
That's sad. What if the gimmick were that we record the podcast at various train stations, just for convenience,
dude?
On the platform.
You want to roast me, dude?
Yeah.
I've been watching this YouTuber, and he is like big into trains, and he visits the least used train station in every county or state in England. I don't know what they have over there, but it's very entertaining.
How
is it entertaining?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's cool to see. I'm big into British Rail.
I get
Dude,
what
I get
you
in
mean.
these rabbit holes. I mean, I don't know how I
Yeah.
find this shit, but
I get what you mean. It's nice to see somebody who has like a passion about something.
dude, I love seeing people that are into shit, even if it's so weird to me.
Yeah.
This
Because
guy travels England going to train stations.
there's so many intricacies to everything.
I love when people talk about shit that they love, even if, like I said, even if it's not interesting to me.
Oh, so when I want to talk about donuts,
because you take so long to get there.
my scalp
take so long
itches.
to get
My
there.
scalp itches because I'm so fucking pissed right now. That's how
Your
pissed you
scalp
made me.
itches because
My
there's
body's
5
breaking
pounds
out.
of hair gel in your hair right
That's
now.
not true.
Going back to what I was gonna say though.
No. Hold on. We have to address this.
No, we
I
don't.
don't use hair gel.
What
I
is
use
it?
paste once in a while, and it's a little like pea-sized globule that I spread out
Yeah.
on my palms and stroke through my hair.
You used the whole pod today, buddy.
That's not true at all. You're a fucking
I'm not
asshole.
saying it
This
looks
is high hold, medium shine.
Brady, I'm not saying it looks bad, but
I know
I mean
it
that
doesn't
shit
look
looks
bad.
like
I
it could
look
stop a
fucking-
bullet.
Whatever, man. Touch it.
I don't want to.
Touch it.
I don't want COVID,
Give me your
bro.
fucking hand.
I didn't get my
You're
second
sitting
shot yet.
2.5.
I didn't get my
neither
second
did
shot
I.
yet, and I don't want to touch your head.
How long has it been?
It's been the recommended 3 weeks. I go on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. I get mine next Sunday.
I don't care.
Okay.
Didn't ask.
You're sitting 2.5 feet away from me. Touch my
sitting-
fucking hair.
I'm sitting a yardstick away from you.
Whatever.
I'm sitting 1
You don't know
meter.
how big a yardstick is. You say your dick's 7 inches, so you don't know how big a fucking yardstick is.
I peek over an iPhone 7 Plus. Okay?
Whatever.
All right?
Go on with whatever stupid fucking thing you were talking
What I was
about.
going to say is I would want to help you with the bits, but I feel like the moment you got an ounce of success, you'd be like, I'm fine.
Like I don't need bits anymore?
You don't need me.
Oh, no, I would never say that.
But yeah, because you're not,
I-
you don't have any success right now.
Because I need this podcast to diversify my streams of income.
You keep looking at the TV like it's going to change.
I keep looking at it because here it looks normal. There's a like a silverish triangle, the Z-Listers podcast. But then I look on the little screen
it's
on
blue.
the camera and there's like some blue and I'm like,
That means
what
it's
the
in
fuck?
focus.
Okay.
That's called zebra.
Zebra. Yeah, I know about zebra.
No, you don't.
And Phantom Power.
When
They're
are you,
related.
can you please do stand-up?
It's scary.
I know it's scary, but this is it's something you want.
Yeah, I know.
I'll bring you and I'll laugh. Even if it's not funny, I'll help you work on a tight 5.
Here's the thing.
You're making excuses. If
Here-
this is a dream, you do it.
Yeah, but
If it was a dream, you do it.
I
What's holding you back?
a lot?
Besides COVID, when this is over and it's open and the open mic's regular, why can't we go? What is stopping you from getting up there? I know you have bits.
All right, we'll go. I'll take like 3 shots of Fireball. And
Just
I'll-
get up
I'll
there.
just get up there. Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
We're putting on the Z-Listers channel.
Okay.
If I'm allowed to film.
Okay.
Why wouldn't? It's an open mic. I should be allowed to.
All right. Can I tell you something? It's so far away
Sure.
in theory, and I'm already nervous.
Are you?
I'm already like, fuck. Can we talk about assholes now
Sure, but
or shitholes?
you almost got on stage at my show, so you're kind of like ready to get up there. Yeah, we could
Let's talk about shitholes.
Yeah. I
So-
hope I don't have to edit a lot.
So yeah.
I hope I don't look stupid. One thing I'm worried
well,
about.
if you're worried about that, just delete the whole episode.
No, because fuck you. You shit baby face. You shitty faced baby.
touch my fucking
I don't
scalp.
want to touch your hair. Bro, wearing a mask is really fun.
Why?
Because people talk to me and I just like behind the mask I'm just like you don't,
tongue out.
I don't have to give like real reactions. I'm just,
Yeah.
but I feel like now that I'm on camera and the mask is off, I feel like there's going to be a lot of times where I'm just and we're not switching back and forth cuz like when you were talking before about joining the army in hell,
Yeah.
I was probably sitting like this cuz I was not listening.
Yeah.
But I hope I don't look stupid.
Let's talk about shitholes.
Yeah. Then
So-
we'll end this podcast.
So today, to tell you what I ate, I won't tell you about how
Tell
great
me-
the fucking food was. I'll just
Tell
give
me
you
it
a
in
very
order.
yeah. I'll give you very itemized. So first, I ate one whole thing of cinnamon like a cinnamon sugar pretzel, and it's like
So basically a churro.
basically, but it's a big boy. Like imagine like however big Kawhi Leonard's hands are, like that big.
That's a weird fucking way to describe a pretzel. But
Well,
keep going.
because I was looking at my hands, I have them outstretched, and they're not that big. I have pretty like normal. You might even call them kind of dainty hands, but he has big like manly hands.
I love what you think about yourself. You think you have a baby face and dainty hands.
I do think I have like some nice looking fingers. Like my appendages they're nice. I ate a big cinnamon sugar pretzel. Then I had, when I got back from the farmer's market, I had, I guess, a full donut, maybe like a donut and a half.
You were able to not eat the donuts from the market to your house?
Well, here's the thing. I was the one driving. If I
okay.
weren't, then half
Okay.
the box would be gone.
Makes sense.
So I had the cinnamon sugar pretzel, as big as Kawhi Leonard, 2 donuts-ish,
You're doing it.
going back.
You already said that stuff.
Yeah, I know that, but here's the thing. You're still doing the thing where you fucking interrupt me, so I feel like I have to recap.
Nope, you don't. I'm just
Okay.
telling you now, you
Okay.
don't have to
Okay,
recap.
so I ate those 2 things.
Oh!
Oh, that was the most condensed way I could recap, so go fuck yourself. Also, you did the O thing.
I did.
You did it. Now show
Halfway-
me your O face.
Halfway through, I was like, I'm doing the thing you just accused me of.
Yeah,
But,
you're a prick. After that, we went to...
dude, if you said it again, I would have walked out.
But guess what I'm going to say now again?
You're going to say it again. I'm not going to walk out.
No. Now I'm going to say after that.
Okay.
Because whenever you cut me off, I have to finish the fucking train of thought. Do you get how this works?
You
little silly
nootropics.
prick.
You need nootropics.
I could. That brings us to our sponsor for today. Have you guys tried Alpha Brain? Dude, don't scratch so hard. You can't afford to lose anymore.
I'm bald and I'm 25.
Anyway, so then we went to that Asian market that I was talking about.
Okay.
I believe I did not have any food before, like on the way there.
Okay. It's bad that you believe that.
I'm not 100% sure. We get to the Asian market. We look around for a little while. They have like a little sort of bakery in there, like a tiny little corner, like a cafe almost.
Sure.
And so I ended up picking out something called a ham and cheese roll or ham roll. Really good. Literally just like bread with like melted cheese and like ham on it. But it was like they let it sit at room temp, which I thought it was going to be hot, but it wasn't hot. But that's okay, because it was still really good.
I'm trying so hard to be nice. So I'm not going to say anything at all.
And I also picked out a cream puff, which I haven't eaten yet. It's sitting at home. Oh, I forgot to mention at the Amish market.
Stop doing that with the fucking...
I want to be comfortable with my legs. I forgot to mention.
Get your fucking foot off of me. Get your goddamn ugly fucking Stan Smith fucking shoe off of me.
These are nice and new. Look how shiny those are. Look at the camera. Look how white that shit is. Also, dude, I'm like a fucking cheerleader.
Your leg looks fake, dude. Oh. Dude, put it on the table. Put it on the table. It looks so fake. Dude, why is that so funny to me? Dude, it looks fake. Take it off. Like, lift it off and take it off the table. Like, it's not. No. Like, lift it with your hand. Like, you have to move it. Dude, that's probably not as funny as I think it is, but it's hilarious.
I forgot to mention, at the Amish market, we also got whoopie pies. Do you know what those are? Mm-hmm. For people who don't know, like picture an oatmeal cream pie that you buy at the store, the little Debbie shits. We got a couple of those. So I may have had like a bite of one of those because they are pretty big and they're fucking like juicy. Anyway, so
can you do you have a primary care physician?
Yeah.
I want to link them this one, just with the timestamp.
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I just want to make a mental
Okay.
note so I can send this to them.
Can I give a running tally real quick because we kind of got sidetracked.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you. You can recap everything you said if you stop fucking kicking the table and moving around.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're at
I have anger issues. I
Yeah.
just realized that.
I've known that since the whole time I've known you. 2 donuts, 1 cinnamon sugar pretzel, possibly a bite of a whoopie pie, a ham and cheese roll, a cream puff that I didn't eat, so that doesn't count. Then we get home. I think I helped myself to another full donut. So now we're at five things, and they're all pastries, by the way.
Ham's not a pastry.
Yeah, but it was like a baked good with ham in it.
That's that's something.
Then, what else did I have? There's also like half of a regular pretzel there somewhere in the mix, and then half of the whoopie pie, and then I had the other half like before I came here. And I went out to I went out to eat with my buddy after we played tennis, and I had a regular like not a foot long, but a regular Philly cheesesteak, chicken cheesesteak. I've eaten a lot today. What I'm getting at, here's the thing. My farts just smell awful. They smell like rancid death.
I don't want to be here anymore.
And
I want to go home.
So I was playing tennis with my buddy and just ripping them, just like. And I know that's very crude and immature and not funny, but I'm saying it, and he's still laughing.
You know that big sliding glass door I have that leads out to the deck at my house?
Uh-huh.
If I'm in the living room and we're watching TV or something and I have to fart, I run over and I open the door and I put my ass on the screen and I just fart as hard as I can. I do that every time.
So my buddy and I were playing tennis, and I'm getting sweaty, but I'm also ripping.
Can he hear them?
No, because it's a fucking tennis court.
Do
you know how the acoustics work?
I don't know how loud it was.
Okay. I'm ripping them, and they're disgusting. Like, I'm trying to come up with more creative adjectives here, but they're really like.
Did it affect your game?
No, I won. But they.
So it was like 40 love, and you're just ripping ass?
These were the sort of farts where you're like, something might be wrong. Like something might be seriously wrong. And I just
This is what you wanted to talk about in the beginning?
Yeah. And it's mixing with the sweat. And because my asshole is so sweaty, it's getting to the point where I'm like, did I shit my pants or is it just farts? And I get home and I'm so desperate to shower the filth and stank off me because I didn't want to come here and bring that energy to you.
I appreciate it.
And it's so funny how a little bit of soap can go such a long way. And it's so weird to think like in the fucking wild, wild west, like what that was like. Because if you had a bad bowel day, you would have been wretched you would have been rancid and reeking for a while until you could find a shower stall.
2 questions. 2 questions.
Yeah.
Is that something you want me to keep in?
Yo, absolutely. Did you keep in the story about me pooping my pants when I was a kid?
I kept it in of you not shitting as a kid, holding it in.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second question. Is this platform still something you want to use as a dating profile?
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I already had this interview in my head when I was scrubbing my butthole in the shower before I came here.
With me?
Yeah.
You did an episode with me in your head in the shower as you're washing your smelly, dirty, sweaty asshole.
Yeah. And can I tell you something else? We released the episode in my in my head.
How long are these daydreams?
They're elaborate, man. They're long. They're just, there's no limitation. The only limitation is how long I'm conscious. And then even then they continue and I'm asleep. I'm neurotic a little bit, in case you haven't noticed.
He's neurotic and I have anger issues. It's the Z-Listers podcast.
So I was imagining that we talked about my shitty butthole, then released the episode, and then months later, we amassed this like cult following, and like we're doing like kind of okay. Like we're starting to get a little bit of success. Then I'm out at like a bar, and it's like popping a little bit, not full popping because still kind of pandemic, but like we're vaccinated, so some of us are like mingling and stuff. I don't know why I'm snapping my fingers so much. I surely won't be doing this at the bar, but and then a fan comes up to me and he's like, "Oh my God, I love the episode so much. Like episode number 47 where you talk about shit in your pants is like so funny." But he says it in the front of a bunch of girls, and then I have to explain how I have not only do I have a really shitty, stupid podcast, but that I once farted so much that I questioned whether I shit my pants. We should also talk about the time when you and I were at an urgent care facility, and you were in my car, and I was having another bad bowel day, which is how I'm really realizing I need to go to the doctor because this is the theme.
Okay. You don't want me to interrupt you. You say I cut you off too much, and I'm a prick and shit.
Yeah.
I'm bored. I don't want to talk about your ass anymore, and I want to go home. Long story short, we were waiting to get COVID tests, and Brady shit his pants. Straight up shit his pants in his car.
Hold on.
Me next to him.
That's not
he
true.
He farted and he shit his fucking and one basketball shorts.
They're not
and
one.
And then we got out because back then when we were getting these COVID tests, he fucking you had to go and they would text you to come back in to get the test because they were doing the test in the back. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up because I sat here and listened to everything you ate. So shut the fuck up. When they called us to go get the tests, he said, "I'm going to walk in front of you. Make sure I just spit. Make sure I didn't shit my pants." And as a good friend, I made sure he didn't shit his pants.
Can I tell you something? My rib just cracked. There's something wrong with my fucking sternum now and my skeletal structure because you just made me seize up with laughter. What the fuck?
Maybe I should just stand up, not this fucking guy.
I forgot.
I'm done here. I'm
forgot
done, bro.
That detail.
What, that you made me check?
Yeah.
You forgot that?
I forgot that I had you look at my shorts and tell me if they had poopy in them or not.
And it wasn't just take a look. You posed. You did a little strut.
But for the record, I want to say I didn't shit my pants. Remember, I told you I went home and I did what I call a security wipe, which is a wipe just for the peace of mind, for the sense of security, just to know if you shit or not. And it was mostly clean. So I did not full on shit my pants. I mean, yeah, there was
These are expensive headphones, and I've thrown them twice. There was
a little bit of shit residue. It was not a full on shit.
You shit your pants. I didn't know that part. Okay. I hope I didn't break these.
Here's the thing, though. No, so you know how they say when you fart that technically there's like poop particles?
I'm done.
Have you heard that?
Brady, I'm done. I'm getting angry. I'm getting really angry now.
Why?
I'm done. You shit your pants and you're trying to justify it.
I'm just saying
the headphones are off.
It wasn't
my
a full-on
off.
shit.
I'm done, dude.
It was a misting. I misted my pants. That's all. It was a misting. A misting of shit.
Hey, if someone has to pee real bad and then the front of their pants gets a little quarter-sized wet spot, did they piss? Yes.
No.
When you got home and wiped.
I do that a lot. I should probably get my prostate checked.
Dude, they need to put you on an iron lung, and I'm going to put the microphone and the camera facing down because you have a lot of fucking problems, bro.
Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? At my what is it, impending wake, my soon-to-be wake, because I die from late-stage colon cancer.
I'm laughing,
that I did.
I'm mad.
Can you play this where we joke about me having like...
You know how they have a little... Dude, I'm going to roll... Listen to me. just
Yeah.
to save money because I know I'm going to be the one to have to pay for it.
Talk it to the fucking mic. I can't hear you.
I'm going to roll this TV in just to save money and not have to use the funeral homes. And instead of pictures, I'm going to play this episode. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm done. We talk about shit way too much. And once the headphones were off the second time, they're not going back on the third.
And I keep acting like we're gonna get groupies or something. like I'm gonna use this as my dating platform, and I'm talking about mist in my pants. It was like, imagine
You shit. You didn't miss you shit.
You know when you go to like Six Flags or Disney, and you get those little electric fans, and you can squeeze the trigger and it squirts you the water. It was like that on the toilet paper.
It's a Z-Listers podcast. If you like this episode, you have issues.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay? You need to see a doctor, and I need to go home.
Wait.
It's been a long day.
Wait. I just farted.
It's a Z-Listers podcast. I'm going home. Goodbye. You're wafting it in my direction. I'm leaving now. Goodbye.
I'm gonna get a brain bleed from laughing.
I'm going home.
You have to hit stop for something. I don't know how to run this operation.